it really messed me up hormonally. So I mean, I got major erectile dysfunction after that. I remember like one of my girlfriends at the time, there was a college frat party. I lived in a frat house, and she wanted to come upstairs with me. I had just just started dating this girl, and
You're now listening to the Short Simple Health Solutions podcast. Based on logic, science, and real-life experiences, we keep it simple and lightning fast for you to view, so you can have an instant health breakthrough. Hosted by health, fat loss, and professional transformation coach, Matt Michael. Your next Short Simple Health Solution starts right now.
Welcome to a very special edition of the Short Simple Health Solutions podcast, and today I'm going to share with you guys a very personal story of mine. I'm going to tell you about my personal story, my journey, and this is for you guys to get to know me a bit and see where I'm coming from, and I want to show you that I am an open book and as honest as they come. I pride myself on being blatantly honest, whether it be something someone doesn't want to hear or whatever, but I also pride myself on being blatantly honest about my own personal experiences. Okay, so I'm going to go into things like previous depression, anxiety, erectile dysfunction due to my former steroid use. Now that's a very personal topic, I know, for a lot of guys. And it's going to be very personal. I posted this video a few months back, and it got a lot of attention, a lot of shares, because, not people are very fake on social media usually. I posted on Facebook, YouTube, and I mean, a lot of people were shocked at how actually real and personal this was. And I wanted to bring this to my podcast listeners so that you guys can get to know me as well. But first, I want to play for you guys a rough version of my comedy song I wrote about kind of my outlook on life. Part half joke, half legit, because I'm kind of a nerd, and I look like a jock, and my hero's Mr. Spock. That's part of the song lyrics. I'm going to play you that real quick, and then we're going to get right in to the very personal story, which isn't very long. It's about 7 minutes, and then I'll play you guys the rest of the song after. Don't mind my singing. I think I need a vocal coach to further improve upon my vocal cords. So I'm going to play this song real quick, a clip of this song, to kind of give you the light-sided side of me, and then we're going to get into some really deep personal stuff, and then we'll end with some lighter side from the song again, just to keep things positive, because I'm a positive guy. Enjoy.
Let me tell you a story about a guy I know. He likes to go with the flow, and even though that he used to be really shy, loves peanut butter pie, used to have really big thighs, till he lost a lot of weight, had a lot more days, but he still couldn't think quite straight. Cause he's ADD, likes to drink herb tea, and the force is strong with me. Though he's kind of a nerd and he looks like a jock, but his hero's Mr. Spock. Heard he's hot as a rock, but how the heck will I see, because that he is actually me. Because this is my life, and this is my life, and this is my life.
Hey everyone, you guys may know that I'm a really honest guy. I'm kind of an open book, but even what I want to talk to you guys about today is even difficult for me to talk about. I want to do this, and the reason I want to talk about it today is because I really want to be able to connect and help other people. And by me telling you kind of parts of my story that most of you don't know about, I'll get a lot of people. I'll be able to get a lot of people relating to me, and in turn I'll be able to help them even more. So some of you guys know, I went through several phases in my life, from nerd to geek to whatever else, to being very overweight. So as a kid, I grew up with not a lot of confidence. I was very shy, and I'll skip to, I kind of gained and lost weight a few different times and kind of pushed through, like especially in college, you put on the freshman whatever, and then I lost it during the summer. I put on the freshman 15, 20, 25, like maybe 2 or 3 different times. But the real story comes after college. So during college, I had an epiphany that I wanted to be a professional wrestler. And I still remember walking back from the gym and saying, I'm going to do this. So I was motivated as heck. So I decided right there that I was going to do it, and that is the start of my major motivation, and that I was going to do anything possible to reach my goals. So after college, during college, I took some pill form steroids, and at that time they were pro hormones, they were pill form, and as a result, of course, I didn't know what I was doing and that kind of stuff. It really messed me up hormonally. So I mean, I got major erectile dysfunction after that. I remember like one of my girlfriends at the time, there was a college frat party. I lived in a frat house, and she wanted to come upstairs with me. I had just started dating this girl, and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to perform and so I was kind of freaking out a little bit because I knew that I was messed up from taking the pills. And I got up there, and of course I couldn't perform, and she left in out of anger, and I kind of threw my chair against, shattered my mirror, and I was just, you know, beyond pissed. And that was kind of a traumatic moment in life for me that I've never forgotten. And ever since then, I've been on a journey to find a cure for myself, and I've never wanted to go on. And it kind of got a little bit better after that. But after college, because of my, you know, persistence and lack of knowledge and whatever else you want to call it, I decided to do steroids again. And I had an opportunity this time to do the needle form. So I literally went every week to my buddy's house to get injections. And that was probably the worst idea ever, because that stuff can be very harsh, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And that really messed me up, like bad. So luckily, I mean, since then, I've been able to treat myself and so on. So, I mean, I'm still fighting the good fight for that, but I've made it come a long way since then. And at the same time I was taking these steroids, like I was like, I'm just, you know, I'm on steroids, I can eat whatever I want, but I ended up like ballooning up and, you know, just ended up at 235 pounds, and that was kind of still ballooning up even after I got off the steroids. And I sure as hell didn't look like I was on steroids. I just looked like I was like a fat slob.
Don't worry, buddy. We're almost done.
And I got a before after picture I'll post right here. And, so, I mean, I was depressed. My depression had gone like out of control. Like anxiety was just out of control. I had no confidence. Like, and my boss at my training studio took me aside actually, and I'm very thankful for her even to this day for doing this. And she's like, Matt, you're a trainer. You gotta kind of, I don't remember her exact words. You gotta, you know, be an example. And during that time, as soon as she said that, I started on my journey. I lost 50 pounds in 3.5 months using a lot of the ways I teach today. And I mean, it's a tremendous dedication to lose that much weight that fast. But I mean, I was like on par. I was like beyond motivated. I wanted to get in better shape for my trip to Mexico, and I did, and it was awesome. So that's part of my journey. Since then I've also overcome my anxiety for the most part. Like it's always there a little bit, but it's like a billion times better than it used to be. And I'm going to teach you guys a lot about that. Depression is pretty much non-existent. I mean, it's up and down depending on life circumstances, but you know what I mean. So I can relate to a lot of people in that aspect. I work with mental health patients right now, so I've been able to help a lot of them as a result of my experiences. With the erectile dysfunction, it's still something that's, you know, I'm way better off than I used to. My girlfriend's been amazingly supportive. I can still function and have sex with the help of some natural supplements as well as Cialis, Viagra when needed. And I'm seeing a naturopathic doctor right now, which has been the most knowledgeable person I've ever met about it, and it's been an amazing experience to work with this lady who's helped me tremendously. But I mean, it's been a lot of ups and downs with that too, because I mean, when a guy can't perform, I mean, that just shatters his self-confidence and everything. It's just terrible. Like when you're like, you feel terrible about it, and it's just like you almost want to avoid any type of like romantic, intimate situation with a girlfriend, and that's not a way to live. So, and I never wanted to get on testosterone replacement therapy because that's for life, and that is just like, that's just as bad as steroids for your body in the long run. So. But it's something that I'm staying positive about, like I'm pushing through, and I'm going to keep you guys all updated on that. And I definitely, I mean, I found a lot of tips and tricks along the way and a lot of strategies that would help like guys with a lesser issue than me. Like my hormones are pretty messed up. So like a lot of guys, erectile dysfunction is just from diet and that kind of stuff. So I mean, I found like all kinds of tips and tricks for that. So I will be writing a book and that kind of stuff. But I just want to share the story with you guys for now. I want to be able to connect with people out there in regards to weight loss and how you guys feel when you're overweight, and because I know how it is, and I know how it is to you know, feel what a lot of guys can't even imagine, and that's just to not be able to get it up when you're trying to be romantic with your girlfriend. It's the worst feeling ever. The same with being 50 pounds overweight. So thanks for listening, guys. If you can, just share this video for anybody that you think may feel inspired by it. I appreciate, you know, if anybody has any comments or questions to ask me, I'm open to it. And I look forward to connecting with you guys more as I continue my online venture.
And that was my very personal story. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you can relate to it. Everything I talked about there, I'm going to talk about a lot on future podcasts, because I know many people out there are struggling with, you know, of course, weight loss, anxiety, depression, and even a lot of guys out there that are afraid to talk about it, erectile dysfunction. Okay, so I'm going to do a lot of episodes on that, plenty more stuff here. This is one of the most open and honest podcasts you will hear about as far as health and fitness goes. It will also be very cutting edge. We'll talk about a lot of stuff that you won't hear on other shows. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all your support in this podcast of me. If you did want to see the video version of this, I will put it up on the show notes on the website, and you can check it out there. You can see my lovely buddy Sky there, my Alaskan Malamute, in the video. And if you guys feel inspired by this, I definitely appreciate a share. It helps us spread the word about the podcast. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask me about the video, or if you wanted to suggest me cover a certain topic, please visit our podcast group page on Facebook. It is facebook.com/groups/short-simple-health. So facebook.com/groups/short-simple-health. Go ahead and join us there. Ask anything you want. Thank you it's completely free. Thank you very much for joining me on this episode, and I will see you next time on the next episode of the Short Simple Health Podcast. And I will be having a special guest, so it'll be a little different of an episode because it'll be an 87-year-old guy who cured himself of cancer 3 times. Very inspiring. And now I leave you guys with a little lighthearted ending as I play you this rough version of the song again. Please don't get offended by it. It's mostly a joke. It's a half honesty, half joke, but don't take it too seriously. It's just a comedy song. Some of you may get offended by a couple of the lines in it. I do say the S-H-I-T word. But if you know what, just feel free to either plug your ears or turn it right off, because I know my voice is going to probably kill some eardrums out there anyway. So I leave you with that. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you very much, guys, for all the support. I appreciate it.
Had a broken dick, disappointed a chick. I like my ladies thin and not really thick, because I like to be fit. I don't wanna just sit, and I certainly don't look like shit. I like beer sometimes, some wine sometimes. I like to get drunk sometimes. I wanna travel in time, live in a new paradigm. Come join me on the Enterprise to watch the sunrise. How I got circumcised. You'll see me when I streak on a spree without my undies, cause Tommy says Nikki is rude and Nikki is free. Because this is my life, and this is my life, and this is my life, come on. Because this is my life, and this is my life, and this is my life, screw you. Because this is my life, and this is my life, and this is my life, don't care. Because this is my life, and this is my life, and this is my life. This is my life.
For show notes, blogs, and free guides on physical, mental, and spiritual health topics, visit fitnutriccommit.com.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you listening to the show. I'd love to connect with you more on social media. So follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetFitMusic, and on Facebook in our Forever Free Facebook community. That can be found at facebook.com/groups/short-simple-health. I'll see you there.
Now it's time to take what you've learned from this episode and take action right now. Subscribe now, leave us a review, and stay tuned next time so we can help you on the Short Simple Health Solutions Podcast.